Okay, so we'll start by, if you've got a roller, you can put your roller underneath your back, underneath your spine, so it goes all the way down the spine. If you haven't got a roller, that's no problem, just lie on the mat. Okay, so make sure you've got a pillow under your head so that your neck is lengthened. Your chin needs to be tucked under so that your neck is nice and long. Okay, are we all comfortable? So can you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Okay, brilliant. Okay, so when you're ready, let's take a nice big deep breath in. Tense your tummy muscles and then pull the back of your ribs down towards the floor or the roller. So you're squashing everything in the middle. Hold it there and just keep breathing. So try and relax your shoulders as well. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. So when we do the exercises, remember you never hold your breath, always breathing and keeping the core engaged. So this is core engagement, what we're holding now. Okay, release. Now we're going to add in pelvic tilt. So when you're ready, breathe in. Tense the tummy, engage the core, and then just tilt your pelvis, press the small of your back into the floor or the roller, and breathe in, release. And again, breathe out, tilt, and breathe in, release. So try squeezing your pelvic floor muscles as well at the same time. So squeeze and release. So remember to breathe out as you tilt and breathe in as you release. Let's do 3 more of those. Last 2. And 1 more time. Perfect. Okay, 1 knee at a time now into the chest. So breathe in first. Tense the tummy, engage the core, and then as you breathe out, bring your right knee to your chest and slowly lower your foot back down. Change sides. So all you're doing is just bringing 1 knee at a time into the chest. Just keeping the movement with the breath. So breathe out, lift the knee, breathe in, lower the knee. It's nothing complicated, it's just warming up the hips. So you're just practicing keeping your core engaged at the same time. Last 2. And relax. Okay, we're going to straighten the right leg now. Breathe in. Tense, engage, and then slide your right heel across the mat, flex the foot, and slide it back up. Change sides. So alternating, 1 on each side, making sure you've always got 1 foot flat on the floor. So if you can, try and keep your heel in contact with the mat, and it just gives you a little bit more stability if you're on your roller. I'm struggling with that today because I've got this towel. Now carry on doing this leg movement and take the opposite arm over the head. So do the opposite side, otherwise you'll fall off your rollers. So still breathing, breathe out, straighten the leg, breathe in, bend the knee. So you're going to try and extend the arm and the leg as far away as you can, stretching yourself out nice and long. Okay, if you feel stable enough on your roller, you're going to do both arms at the same time. So just 1 leg, both arms. So again, lengthening the body as long as you can. Concentrating on the breath, keeping the core engaged. Lots to think about. Okay, last 2. And 1 more. Perfect. Okay, keep your feet on the floor now and keep your arms above your chest. We're going to open the arms out to the side now. So you're making yourself into a T shape. Now I want you to try and squeeze your shoulder blades into the floor or into the roller if you have a roller. Pressing the muscle into the roller. So Warming up the shoulders now. Okay, make this your last one. And then keeping the arms above the chest, we're going to do some little circles outwards. So again, you want to try and press your shoulder blades into the floor or into the roller. Just small circles. Well done. And then change the direction of the circles. So you're circling inwards. And then when you're ready, take the arms all the way over the head and bring them round. So nice big circles if you can. Remember, if you've got problems with your shoulders, just do smaller circles and keep your elbow more bent. Stretching those arms overhead, as big as you can comfortably. Okay, let's go the other way now. Bring the arms down and round over the head. So you might hear a little bit of crunching, that's normal. Stretching the arms over the head, still breathing, so you want a breath in and a breath out on each circle. Last one. And keep the arms above the chest now. So we're going to lift the right shoulder off the roller, turn the head to the left. Okay, so reaching the hand towards the ceiling and bringing it back down, and change sides. So you're going to turn your head away from the arm that you're lifting, reaching up as high as you can so your shoulder comes off the floor or the roller. Okay, last two. And rest. Okay, you're going to put the hands behind the head now. So you're resting the weight of your head in your hands. We're going to curl the top of the spine off the roller. Breathe in. Tense the tummy, engage the core, tuck your chin under, and just peel the spine off the roller. So remember that your head is really heavy, so you do need to tuck your chin under and just support the weight of your head in your hands. So there's no need to pull on your neck at all. Okay, just do one more. And rest. Hands on the floor now, palms down, bring your heels closer to your bottom. And we're going to do the other end now. So take a deep breath, tense, engage, and then lifting your bottom and your hips as high as you can and curl back down. So remember, you're lifting each vertebra one by one, curling yourself up and curling yourself back down. So we're trying to get the spine to move nicely here. Remember your breathing as well. Breathe out, lift up, squeeze. Breathe in, curl down. Trying to relax the shoulders. Okay, let's just do one more. And relax. Perfect. Okay, slide off your roller now if you've got one. Let's push it to one side. Keep your pillow underneath your head. And then feet and knees together. Hands down, we're going to go side to side with the knees. So breathe in first. Tense, engage, and then slowly take both knees to the right, back to the centre, and to the left. So we're mobilising the bottom of the spine here now. So try and keep the core engaged. You're pulling your rib cage down towards your belly button, back of the ribs pressing into the floor. Oh, hello Peter, I can see you now. I can't hear you though. I'm going to have to learn to lip read. Okay, last one. And rest. Okay, we're just going to stretch the lower back now. So if you bring both knees into your chest and give them a big hug and gently just rock from side to side. So we're going to start the exercises and we're going to do the 100 today to begin with. So you want to have your legs in a tabletop position. Imagine you've got your calves resting on the top of a table. So it's a 90-degree bend in the knee and also in the hip as well if you can. We're going to lift the head and shoulders. If you do need to put your head down at any point, that's fine. To make it harder, you're going to straighten out the legs on the diagonal. Okay? So when you're ready, take a nice big deep breath in. Tense the tummy, engage the core, lift your head and shoulders as high as you can, tuck your chin under and stretch both arms forward. Now we're going to breathe out and pulse the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. And rest. Head down, knees in. Have a hug and a rock. And then back into tabletop, calves on the table. Keep your head on the pillow to begin with, and we're going to pretend there's a puddle of water on the mat and dip the toes in the puddle. Breathe in, tighten. Engage the core, tummy down, and then just slowly take one foot first, and then as that one comes up, the other one goes down. So you've got both feet moving at the same time. Okay? So try and maintain that 90-degree bend. If you can't maintain the core engagement, don't take your leg quite as far to the floor. Okay, make sure that your back feels nice and secure. If it's hurting your back, you need to do smaller movements. Right, let's add in some arms now. So we're going to do opposite arms over the head, stretching as tall as you can with the arms. Now let's try lifting the head and shoulders, tucking the chin under. This is optional. Keep going with the arms, keep going with the legs. Keep breathing. Control. Last 4. Okay, bring your knees into your chest, head down, rock from side to side. Okay, one leg circles now, so you can either keep your left foot on the floor or you can have your left foot in tabletop, left leg in tabletop to make it harder. So easy is with left foot on the floor. So straighten out your right leg as much as you can and point your toes. Take a breath, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then draw a line down and then circle that leg around. So try and do a complete circle if you can. So you want a breath in and a breath out on each circle. So squeezing the muscles in your leg. If it's too easy, lift your left foot away from the floor. toes. Okay, one more. And hold it there. Now we're going to go the other way now, so take a breath, engage, and then around the outside now. So not too fast, a breath in and a breath out on each circle. Last 3, nearly there. Perfect. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a big hug. And we're going to swap over now. So you want your right foot on the floor, left foot straight up, point the toes. If you want to make it harder, bring your right foot into tabletop. Breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then draw that line down first and circle around the outside. So circles or D shapes, or whatever. The bigger the circle, the harder you can make it. So you're aiming to keep your leg nice and straight. If you have got a little bend in the knee, that's fine. It does actually just take the pressure off the hips a little bit. Okay, one more. And then pause, and we're going to go the other way now. Breathe in, tense, engage, and then circle around the outside. So remember your breath in and breath out on each circle. Last 3 if you can. And you can rest. Hook the knees in and rock from side to side. Okay, next one we're going to do some bridging. So you want to keep your feet on the floor and bring your heels nice and close to your bottom. Hands are down. Okay, we're going to lift the hips, so breathe in, tense, and then as you breathe out, curl your spine as high as you can, lifting the bottom and the hips, and then curl back down. And again, so we'll just do a few before we go to the harder ones. So when I advance this exercise now, if you don't want to advance it, I want you to just carry on doing as we are now, okay? So on the next one now, if you want to advance, when you're to hold it up, squeeze it up as high as you can, and then we're going to bring one knee at a time into the chest. So slowly bring the knee in and pop your foot back down. Change sides. So if you're struggling with that, you can just carry on, just tilting and curling back down again. Trying to keep those hips up as high as you can. Last 4. Are you breathing? 3. Last 2. And 1 more. Now carefully curl your spine back down and bring your knees in. So you want to just give your back a stretch now. Pull your knees in as far as you can. And then we're going to take both legs straight up in the air. If you want an easier option, you can come into tabletop or even put your feet on the floor. So just slide your pillow to one side, pop your hands behind your head, and then we're going to lift the head and shoulders now. So take a breath, tense, engage, curl up and curl down. So you're lifting your head and shoulders without pulling on your neck, as high as you can. So if you've got your legs straight and you're struggling, bend your knees or put your feet on the floor. If you want to advance this exercise now, as you lift, bring your knees closer As you roll down, take your legs further away. So this is just a harder option, you don't have to do it. See how you feel, listen to your body. So the lower you take your legs, the harder you can make it. Make sure that you can maintain that core engagement. Okay, last time. And rest, bring the knees in. Hug them in, stretching out the lower back. So similar, next one, but we're going to do a rotation this time. So again, legs up if you can, tabletop if you prefer, feet on the floor, even easier. Hands behind the head, breathe in, tighten, tummy and ribs down, and then you're going to bring your right shoulder towards your left side and back down. So let's do it all on one side first. So lift and lower. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out and breathe in. Okay, you've got 3 to go. Last one. Rest. Give your legs a bit of a rest before we do the other side. Okay, legs up again. Point the toes, breathe in. Tense, engage, and then lift your left shoulder and curl back down. So breathe out, lift up. So try and lift as high as you can without pulling on your neck. Last 3. Okay, bend, have a hug. So this time we're going to do one on each side, and I want you to move your legs as well. So scissor legs, rotating the shoulders. Okay, legs up. So you can come in tabletop and do it if you like. Breathe in, tighten, tummy and ribs down, and then lift and take the opposite leg down. Change sides. So scissor legs. So the easy option is with your knees bent. So I'm doing the easy one now if you want to have a quick look. It's not that much easier, to be honest. Last 2. And rest. Okay, this time, stretch your legs nice and straight. Arms over your head. And I want you to just make yourself as long as you can. Nice big stretch. Okay, and then we're going to bend the knees and roll over onto the side first and then onto your front. So this is the cobra, mobilizing the spine, hands underneath your shoulders. Okay, so be careful if you've got problems with your low back, just come up as high as you like. So neck in line with the spine, breathe in, squeeze your tummy muscles and then just use your hands to push yourself up. So we're working the muscles in the backs of the arms, pushing up. Remember, just make sure that your back isn't hurting. Neck in line with the spine, so eyes looking straight down. Peeling yourself off the floor and curling yourself back down. Okay, you're going to do 4 more if you can. If not, just have a little rest. Last 2. And then hold it up and come into a cat stretch. On all 4s, You can round the back, suck your tummy in, just let your head relax and then push your hips forward. And relax your spine into neutral. So curling your toes under now, we're going to lift to the knees and just a couple of inches off the floor, not too high. So breathe in, tense the tummy, engage the core, and then when you're ready, lift both knees at the same time and lower them down. And again, keep your neck in line with your spine so your head's not hanging. 4 to go if you can. Last one. Relax and sit back into a prayer stretch now. Bottom on the heels. Walk your hands forward as far as you can. Try and get your arms straight. Relax your head. Press both hands into the floor. Okay, come back up. Now make sure you can grip with your toes, and we're going to come up into a full press up position. Just going to move that towel. So full press up. Take your feet wider now. Try and keep your bottom down, okay? So what I want you to do now is just lift one elbow and put your hand back down. Change sides. So you're aiming to keep your bottom nice and flat. Squeezing that elbow back. So if anybody's struggling, just do the up and down with the bottom instead, like that, if you're struggling. So keep going, I'm going to do 4 more. Okay, knees down and back into a prayer stretch. So really stretch those arms forward. Gently press the hands into the floor. And come back up. So this time we're going to come onto our elbows and knees. So you're kind of on an angle. Clasp your hands together or say a prayer. So we're going to extend the right leg back. Point your toes, breathe in. Tense, engage the core, and then let's lift that back leg up as high as you can so it's level with your spine, and lower. And back up again. And again, so lengthening that leg away. So you've got a nice straight line along your leg and along your spine. So you don't want to go any higher than your spine, otherwise your back will start to arch. Last 2. Okay, hold it up now, and then I want you to bring your knee towards your chest as much as you can, and then extend it back, stretch, and again, knee to chest, extend that leg back, and again, knee to chest. So lengthening that leg as much as you can, still breathing. Last 4. Squeeze. Last 3. Remember to breathe. Last 2. Okay, hold the leg back, and then I want you to bend and extend that leg away. Bend, extend. So you're squeezing the backs of your legs at the top. Last two. And then holding the leg bent at 90 degrees, flex your foot and then push your heel towards the ceiling. So you're pulsing the leg towards the ceiling. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, into your prayer stretch now. Bottom on the heels, stretch the arms forward. And then when you're ready, come back, and we're going to do the other leg now. So onto your elbows, clasp your hands together, extend your left leg, point the toes. Your right toes should be flat on the floor, yeah, not curled under. So breathe in, tighten, tummy in, ribs down, and then slowly lift that leg, extend and lower. So remember, it needs to be in line with your spine, not too high. The knees should be pointing down towards the floor the whole time. Remembering to breathe. Last two. Okay, let's hold that up now. So now you're going to bring your knee into your chest and extend that leg away. Squeeze the leg. Again, knee to chest. Extend. Still breathing. Last 3. Squeeze. Last 2. And then hold that leg, keep the toes pointed, bend and extend. Bend, extend the legs far away as you can, squeeze in the muscles. Last 4. Well done. Now hold it bent, 90 degrees, flex the foot, and then pulse your heel towards the ceiling. So as high as you can, squeeze. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, into your prayer stretch again. Bottom on the heels, stretch the arms forward. And then when you're ready, we're going to lie on our side. So roll over and get your head nice and comfy. So hips are stacked, one on top of the other. The top hip should be pointing forward, the hip bone at the front here. If your hip bone is pointing towards the ceiling, you haven't got your hips in the right position. So nice and straight, put the other hand on the floor, and then we're going to bend the bottom leg so you've got more stability. Okay, and we're going to flex the top foot. So take a breath, tense, engage, and then we're just going to lift up and down, keeping the foot flexed today. So you should feel it nice and tight in your calf. Let's do 4 more of those. Last 2. Perfect. Now we're going to kick forward, keeping the legs straight. So breathe in, tighten, tummy and ribs down, and then ready to kick and do 2 little pulses and kick back. Again, kick, 1, 2, squeeze it back. 1, 2, squeeze it back. 1, 2, squeeze back. 4 more. 1, 2, and squeeze back. Last 3. 1, 2, squeeze back. Last 2. Remember the breathing. And last 1. Okay, point your toes now, circle backwards. So keeping the core engaged, just 8 small circles, not too big. And then when you're ready, go the other way, circle forwards now. Last 4, nearly there. Breathe, engage the core. And rest. Going to stretch now, bend your top leg, hold on to your foot, pull it towards your bottom, and then you're going to tilt the hip forward so you can feel a nice stretch in the front of the thigh. Okay, hip flexors now, pull your leg back. So just feeling it a little bit higher up in the hip now. And relax. Okay, you're going to go back on your front now, and we're going to do back extensions. So put your hands one on top of the other. Rest your forehead on your hands. Okay, and we're just going to keep the hands on the floor and lift the head and shoulders. Okay, so breathe in, tighten, squeeze, and then just slowly lift, keeping your hands on the floor. So focusing on the muscles in your lower back. So you need to try and relax the muscles in your bottom. Breathing out as you come up, breathing in as you go back down. So before you come up, make sure that you really squeeze the muscles in the tummy, just to protect your back. Last one. Okay, next one, I'm going to put your arms by your sides, okay? Keep your neck in line with your spine, and we're going to lift the chest and extend the arms back, okay? So breathe in, squeeze your tummy, lift your arms as high as you can, extend them back and lower. And again, lift, extend. So try and keep your neck in line with your spine so you're not tilting your head backwards. Lift and squeeze and relax back down. Keep going. So if you're finding this really uncomfortable, you can go back to the beginning one where you're keeping your hands on the floor if you prefer, if you're feeling that it's hurting your back. Last 3, squeeze. Last 2. Okay, rest. Bring your hands in front. Turn your head to the side. Just have a little rest. And then turn your forehead back onto your hands. Point your toes. And then we're going to lift both legs. Don't do it yet. Lift the legs. Open the legs. Close the legs. And lower the legs down. Okay, so when you're ready, point the toes. Breathe in. Squeeze your tummy, breathe out, lift, open, close, rest. Lift, open, close, rest. Lift, open, close, rest. Keep going. Lift, open, close, rest. 4 more. So try and lift those legs up as high as you can. I'm not very good at this one. My legs don't go up very high at all. Last 2. I don't seem to bend this way. Last 1. And relax. Okay, come up into a cobra and then into a cat stretch. So after all that bending that way, just bend your back the other way, round your back, suck your tummy in, let your head drop, push the hips forward. Keep breathing. And relax. Now I want you to turn around 180 degrees so that your head is on the opposite end of your mat. And we're going to lie on our side again just to do the other leg. Rest your head in your hand. Make sure your neck is comfy. You can also always stretch your arm out and put your pillow on your arm if you want to. Okay, so remember to bend your bottom leg. Top leg straight, hip bone pointing forwards. Hand on the floor, breathe in. Tense the tummy, engage the core, flex the foot, and then lift up and down. So as high as you can without twisting the knee. Breathe out, lift up. Breathe in, lower down. So keeping the core engaged the whole time. Last 4. Last 1. Okay, breathe in, tighten. Tummy and ribs down, kick forwards. 1, 2, squeeze it back. And again, forwards. 1, 2, squeeze back. Again, 1, 2, and back. Keep the foot flexed. 1, 2, kick back. 4 to go. Last 3. Try and get a little bit further each time. Last 2. And squeeze it back. Okay, point your toes now. Ready for the circles. Keeping the core engaged. 8 circles backwards. So pointing the toes, lengthening that leg. 4 more. And then changing direction, circle forwards 8 times. Just small circles, keeping the leg nice and long. Last 1. And you can rest, have a stretch. So you're going to bend your knee, hold on to your ankle, and then push your hip forward. So try and pull your foot towards your bottom and push the hip forwards. You're just tilting the pelvis. And then into hip flexors. Pull your leg back. And relax. Okay, we're going to come up into a seated position now. I want you to sit however you feel comfortable. So you can do legs crossed, or you can come up onto your knees, but you need to keep your bottom away from your calves, okay? If neither of those suit you, you can just sit like that, okay? So if you're feeling a little bit like you're slouching and you can't keep your back straight, put your pillow under your bottom. And then we're going to put both hands together, rest your middle fingers on your chin, breathe in, tense, engage the core, and then we're going to rotate to the right, breathing out, breathe in to the middle, to the left now. So just go side to side, keep the breathing going, and try and keep your core engaged. Well done, last 2. And relax. Into a straddle now, so this is your hamstring flexibility. I'm going to do the saw, so nice wide legs, as wide as you can without bending your knees. You can still have your pillow under your bum if you want. Arms are out, feet are flexed, relax the shoulders, breathing in, and then breathe out. Gently reach towards the opposite foot, and then straighten out your spine, lift the arms up again. Change sides. So just start gently, and then increase the flexibility bit by bit, so you're going a little bit further each time. You don't want to hurt yourself. Stretch and straighten. and go a bit further now. Last two. And last one. And I'm not looking at Mandy. Little circles. So we're going backwards first. Squeezing the shoulders and the arms. Try not to hold your breath. Okay, let's go the other way now. Forwards, squeeze. And you can rest. Relax the arms, roll the shoulders back, slide your legs together. And then onto rolling like a ball now. So you want to hold on to your legs, lift your feet. Okay, and we're going to roll back, so you need to make a C shape in your spine and drop your chin to your chest. And then roll back. If you don't want to do that, just gently put your hands behind you and practice rolling just a little bit. Okay, everybody else, when you're ready, just rolling back and forwards. So a little bit of a variation now. Straighten your legs. Roll and reach forward. So roll back and roll forward. So if you're not happy with that, carry on rolling like a ball. So you're aiming to do it with your legs straight. And then reach, so you're stretching the backs of your legs. Last one. And finish off seated. Is everybody okay? You all still there? See a few little heads popping up. Okay, just stretch it back now. So I want you to bend your knees and pull your knees in towards your chest. Squeezing the muscles in your back. How did you get on with that one? It was hard to see because I was going up and down. Okay, so we're going to finish off with our stretching. So if you've got prickly balls, you can put them underneath your shoulder blades, in between the muscle, the spine and the shoulder blade. Pillows underneath your head. If you haven't got any balls, that's fine. You can just do the stretching without the balls, it's all right. So we can just do one at a time. Lift one shoulder, put the ball in and then change sides. I think this is my favourite stretch, this one. So start with your hands by your sides, knees on the floor, feet on the floor, knees bent, and then slowly just take both arms over the head and relax them down. So you're aiming to get your hands on the floor, touching the floor if you can. Just let the balls sink into the muscle, relax and breathe. Okay, bring the arms down. So we're going to add in a pelvic tilt now, lifting your bottom and your hips and taking the arms over the head. So breathe in, tense, and then lift the hips, take the arms over the head. So we're just putting a little bit more weight on those balls, relax down. And again, lift, so you're squeezing your bottom and relaxing back down. And again, lift, squeeze, and release. Okay, one more. I want you to hold it up now. Keep your arms above your chest. Squeeze your bum and your hips and then open the arms and close them. Open and close. I've got my hair stuck under one of my balls. It's quite painful. Last one. And curl back down, relax the arms. Okay, we're going to just drop both knees to the right side and then just take your arms and your head and turn them to the left now. If you can, I want you to tilt your pelvis now. So push your hips forward so you can feel more of a stretch in the hip now. And then swap sides, knees to the left, arms and head to the right. Get comfortable. And then tilt the pelvis, push the hips forward. And relax, roll back. And then put the balls underneath your lower back, if you've got any balls, on the arch in your lower back, yeah? The bit that goes in. Okay, we all in? And I want you to cross your right foot over your left knee. Okay, and then lift your left foot off the floor. So you're pushing your right foot towards your chest. So you'll feel the stretch in your bottom and the side of your hip. If you can reach, hold around the back of your left leg and pull gently towards your chest. Well done. Okay, just try gently rocking now from side to side. Don't go too far, otherwise you'll fall off your balls. You can still do this without the balls. Just gently rocking side to side. Okay, put your hands on the floor first and then lower your feet back down. Swap sides. So cross your left foot over your right knee. Okay, and then lift your right foot off the floor, so you're pushing it towards your chest, and then if you can reach, you're going to hold around the back of your right leg this time. And just gently pulling that leg towards the chest. If you can't reach your thigh, it doesn't matter, just keep your hands on the floor. So gently pulling the leg towards your chest. Let's try rocking from side to side now. And then put your hands on the floor first and lower both feet back down. And then move the balls down so that they're underneath your bum now, one under each cheek. All in, and then we're going to bring the right knee into the chest, straighten out the left leg, flex the left foot, breathe in, tighten, tummy and ribs down, and then lift that leg up and down slowly. So breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower, breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower. Keep the foot flexed. And then last one, I want you to hold it up now and keep your foot flexed so you can feel a stretch all the way down your calf and the back of your knee. Try and get that leg as straight as you can. Squeeze. So you're pushing your heel up towards the ceiling. Okay, slowly relax that leg back down. So you put your left leg on the floor now. Then you want 90-degree bend in your right leg, so right calf on the table, and then slowly take that right knee out to the side, to the right. So if you've got no control and your leg is shaking, put your foot on the floor. Okay, Okay, so it's foot on the floor or foot hovering, it's up to you. Just hold it there. Okay, then bring it back and cross the right knee over the top of the left thigh. Keeping the shoulders on the floor, we're going to lift that left leg up and down again. So remember to change the angle of your foot each time you lift, so you can feel it in a different part of your bottom. It just moves the muscle a little bit. Okay, relax, roll back, and we're going to change sides. You might need to adjust your balls if they've moved. So we're going to bring the left knee into the chest, extend your right leg nice and straight, flex your right foot, okay? And then we're going to lift that right leg up and down now. Breathe in, tighten, tummy and ribs down, and then lifting that leg up and down. Keep it completely straight so that when you bring it towards your chest, you can feel a stretch down the back of your knee and your calf. Last two. And then relax your right leg back onto the floor. Put your left calf on the pretend table and slowly take your left knee out to the left. So hold it with your foot off the floor or on the floor. So again, just let that muscle relax into the ball. And then when you're ready, bring that leg back and lower it over the top of the right thigh. So you can either hold it there or you can lift the right leg up and down, changing the position of the foot each time you lift. Still breathing. And relax. Roll back, bend both knees, adjust your balls, and then we're going to take both knees to the right, and the arms and the head are going to turn to the left. So you're in a Z shape again. Okay, swap over. Opposite sides. And then roll the knees back, and then we're going to roll over onto our side now and come up onto your hands and knees. So you want to go into a cat stretch. On all fours, round the back, suck your tummy in, just let your head drop so your head's hanging, and then push the hips forward. So we're feeling a stretch in the lower back now. And then curling the toes under, lift your knees, straighten the legs, get them as straight as you can, and then you're going to drop the head through the arms towards the thighs. Lower your heels down if you can. If you're struggling to get your legs straight, try taking your feet a little bit wider. You should be able to get your legs a bit straighter then. So keep pushing the head through, so you want to be in a nice pyramid shape. So feeling the stretch down your arms, your back, the backs of your legs. Let's take a breath again. Squeeze your tummy muscles and walk your hands towards your feet. And then round your back now into a C shape so that your hands come away from the floor. Relax your head And then circle the arms. Just let them swing in circles. And then just change the direction of the circle. And then we're going to breathe in. Squeeze your tummy muscles, bend your knees first, put your hands on your thighs and slowly uncurl the spine until you're standing up nice and straight. Give your feet a little paddle. Just lift that up a bit so you can see me. So just get your bearings. In case you feel a bit dizzy, just paddling your feet just stabilises your blood pressure. Okay, and then we're going to step nice and wide. Try and get your toes to point out. Cross the arms. Breathe in, bend the knees. Reach up, squeeze, join your hands together now. Bend your knees, pull your tummy in, and then just gently pull over to one side. So you're feeling a stretch all the way down your side. Don't pull too hard with this one. And then go back to the centre and go over to the other side now. Just gently pulling over, still breathing. Back to the middle and bring the arms down. Now take both arms behind your back and then you're going to lift them up as high as you can. Okay, and then get your head and your chest to lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and just do 2 big deep breaths now. Breathe in, open the chest and breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And then just relax the arms and give your shoulders little circles backwards. And then again, toes pointing out, cross the hands, breathe in, bend the knees. Big stretch now, squeeze the muscles in your back and breathe out. Do that again, breathe in, stretch and squeeze and breathe out. And one more time, big deep breath in, stretch, squeeze and breathe out. And that is it, you've done it. Give yourselves a big clap, well done guys. So if you want to say anything, turn your microphones back on. If you need to go, because I went on a bit today, didn't I? You can go if you like.
Thanks, Sam.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks, Sam.
Nobody's broken.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks, Sam.
All right, guys.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Sam, I'm at physio on Wednesday, so I may not be back in time, so if I don't sign on, that'll be why.
Okay, Helen. Yeah, no problem. I'll just invite you anyway. It doesn't matter if you don't come on. All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Everyone else okay? Just stay on if you want to say anything. If not, bye, James. You're right, Trish. Just don't know how to turn it off. Okay, I'll turn it off my end. There we are. See you soon.